So we're going to move on to double brackets now. Pretty much the same method. Some of you again will be used to the arrows, but I'm not going to use that because I do think it affects drop-in negatives. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the grid. So what we're going to do for the grid, we've now got two brackets. So it doesn't matter which one you put at the top and which one you put at the side. I suggest you just decide which one you're going to do to save confusion. So I'm going to put the first one at the top. So I'm going to draw my grid. So I currently have A and positive 3. Now I'm going to put my next one down the side. So I've got A and positive 2. Now because I've got two terms in each now, that means I need a 2 by 2 grid. I don't really need this column at the front actually. Okay, so actually because it's a 2 by 2 grid, you're going to have 4 squares to fill in total. Okay, so again, we're just going to use the same logic as before. Whatever's at the top times by whatever's at the side. So A times by A gives me A squared. Positive 3 times by A is going to give me positive 3A. And then for the next row, you've got A times positive 2, which is positive 2A. And then positive 3 times positive 2 gives me positive 6. So getting these terms in here usually gets you 1 mark out of 2 on a foundation paper. But you need to recognise as well that once you've got all these, so A squared plus 3A plus 2A plus 6, you need to start looking at like terms. So actually, what terms could you add together? So A squared is the only A squared in there at the moment, so that's not going to be able to be added or subtracted to anything else. Likewise, this 6 is the only number there without a letter, so that's not going to be able to be combined either. However, these two in the middle, you've got positive 3, add another 2A. They are going to be combined because they're just A. So A squared stays the same, plus 6 on the end stays the same, and then positive 3, add another 2, it gives me positive 5A in total. Okay, so that's how you do that type of question. So we'll do a couple more examples. So let's do another one. We can do 2b plus 3b minus 4. Okay, so when I draw the table, I'm just going to do my first bracket at the top, so 2b and then plus 3. And then at the side, I'm going to do my second bracket, b and negative 4. Okay, so once you've done that, you should get this kind of 2 by 2 grid that you've got to fill in, because you've got 2 terms here and 2 terms here. So let's do these. So you've got 2b times by b is going to give you 2b squared. Positive 3 times b gives you plus 3b. 2b times negative 4. Well, 2 times 4 is 8. That's a positive 2 and a negative 4, so that's going to be negative overall. And then you've just got a b there, so that's not going to change at all. And then lastly, you've got positive 3 times negative 4. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. The positive and the negative is a negative overall. So getting these 4 terms gets you 1 mark usually. 2b squared plus 3b minus 8b minus 12. Again, you must recognise that any b terms can be collected. So the 2b squared is going to stay the same. The minus 12 at the end is going to stay the same. And you've got positive 3, take away 8. So if you had £3 in the first place and I was going to take £8 off of you, you'd end up owing me £5. So that's going to be minus 5b. Okay. We'll do one more example of 2 negatives in the brackets and we'll go from there. So let's do 3 minus, f, and then f squared minus 2. Okay, so we'll switch it up a little bit. So again, same logic is going to apply. First bracket on the top, 3 and negative f. And then the second bracket down the side, so f squared and then negative 2 as well. Okay, so let's multiply these together. 3 times f squared is just going to give me 3f squared. Negative f times f squared, well, f times f squared gives me f cubed. And you've got a negative and a secret positive over here. That's going to make a negative overall. 3 times negative 2 is going to give me negative 6. And then negative f times negative 2. Well, negative times negative is going to give me a positive. And then 2 times f gives me 2f. Okay, so actually these 4 terms here will get you a mark. I'm going to write them in order of power, so I'm not going to write them in the order of the grid. Generally, that's how you like to write bracket expansions. We call them polynomials, where you have like f cubed, f squared, f all in one expression. So with polynomials, when you're writing them, I tend to do it in the biggest power down. So negative f cubed plus 3f squared, because that was positive. That was a positive 3 there. Plus 2f minus 6. Okay, now looking at that, instinctively you're thinking, oh, I should probably get it down to 3 terms, but actually you've got an f cubed, you've got an f squared, you've got an f, and you've got a number by itself, so there is no way you're going to be able to add any of these numbers together. So depending on your bracket, sometimes you won't be able to simplify it, but you must check. If you've got 2 letters that look exactly the same, then you need to be simplifying. Okay, good luck. If you need help, let me know.